Welcome back. It's Sunday, and you know what that means. Another episode of Sports Scholars. Got Safi and Nat here today.
Boys are back.
We're back. And yeah,
Another great show, week 8. Season's already halfway through already.
it's gonna be exciting, guys. You see, we got a little banner here. It's hot.
It's time. We're moving up in the world, guys. If you're watching, if you're listening, you can't see, but if you're watching, we're
It's
moving
not,
up in
it's
the
not
world.
huge or anything, but
Nope.
just a little something with our logo on it.
Yep. Shout out to my girlfriend Jordan. She hooked us up.
That's
Helped us
super
out.
sweet.
Yep.
So, there's a game already kind of going on right now, Matt. And
Score is 14-10 currently over in London. In London.
in London, you're a London guy, aren't you?
Yes, mate.
Yeah, Maddie's a London. Maddie's a Londonian, or no, Maddie's British.
They're having their tea and biscuits, watching a little football,
Yeah.
but not the football they're used
No,
to.
we did some picks on that game. I don't know if mine are going to pan out or not. It doesn't look like mine are going to pan out because I bet
Sutton was a
Sutton.
trap. Sutton, they lowered his receptions. They're usually at 5.5 or 4.5.
Yeah.
It was at 3.5 today.
Yeah.
I thought he's the number one guy on that team, but I think they're trying to showcase Jerry Jeudy. I think if they lose this game, they might be trying to trade him.
Maybe, man.
That's the only reason I can see they're not throwing to Sutton.
Pretty trap game for sure in that regard.
Yeah.
Now, so that game's kind of out of the way, guys, because, it is what it is and it's all done. So, kind of let's go to the rest of the games that we kind of got on the docket today.
So before we do that, I would just like to point out that I did all of our stats from our props from last show, and I'd
Very
like to
nice.
point out some interesting observations.
Okay. Maddie's doing some extra work on the docket, guys.
Yeah. So I'd like to point out that last week, Safi made 38 bets, and he had a success rate of 60.5
Wow.
win rate.
I'm
Safi
surprised.
got hit.
Holy
Safi
shit.
hit on 23 out of 38 picks. And for anybody who's listened to this podcast in the past, we've mentioned that the top bettors in Vegas are only hitting on like 55% of bets.
That's
So
crazy.
you killed it, man.
Oh, that's nuts. Man, I got completely...
Well, Safi's
Fucked.
he got fleeced on a couple tickets
I
last
think
week.
it's like 5 tickets I missed by 1. And I mean like 1 catch, 10 yards, 5 yards. You can't lose sleep over it though, guys.
Yeah.
When you're betting, expect to lose. You can win.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I hit on a higher win rate, but I want to point
Higher win rate.
higher win rate, but I want to point out I made fairly less bets than Safi. So Safi made 38, and I only made 23, and I hit
Okay.
on 69.5% of my bets. I made 16 out of 23. Not bad, but only 23, right? Safi's doing double mine, so the fact we're kind of balancing out.
That's pretty nuts, though, all things considered, the very fact that you hit on over 50%. I mean, a lot of people, they do these, I watch a lot of podcasts, guys. I watch a lot of other folks who are in this industry, and they do like 2-3 bets at a time. So for us to kick out 30 bets for you guys,
Buddy,
50 bets combined,
it, buddy.
we're hitting over 50%. I mean,
Yep.
you guys should be making money off that,
Yep.
definitely. So, pretty cool. I know we're definitely not out there, but if you guys have been following our Twitter, we've been tweeting out 3 lock picks every week.
Every Thursday night.
Kind of like
we're
the
on.
other podcasts do it, where they just keep their stats of their 3 lock picks. I know, like, shout out to, like, Ariel Epstein out there. We were looking at, like, her picks. She does, like, 3 a week, and she's like, oh, yeah, like, I'm way up there. And she's like, 19-0 or 19-5 or 19-7, but that's, like, 25 picks over, like, 7 weeks of football.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to make a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
Matt and I, we're like hundreds of picks into the season. And if you bet on us last week, you had 50 picks to pick from of your favorite picks
Yep.
that you could have bet on
Yep.
over the 50% ratio.
Yep.
It's pretty good, guys. Just do the math. You make more money on more bets.
That's right. Safi's the numbers guy. He would know.
So,
Did you win any? So Safi made 4 tickets last week. That he came one prop short each one.
Every single one of them was.
Did
one
you
prop
win? Did
short.
you end up winning one? I won a small one.
I
won.
didn't win any.
I won.
I think you made
the Raiders
close
one.
to your money back. Matt won one.
Yeah, I won the Raiders one. I made $4.50 off a $50 ticket. So I made my money back and a little more, and I got some money to spend today. So let's go.
Good shit.
Let's fire her up, buddy.
Okay. Well, first games first. Denver Jacksonville. I mean, that one is already on its way, so we're gonna skip through that one. Russell Wilson's looking a little bit better today, which is nice.
Like to point out a lot of upsets again last week. It's kind of hard to predict money lines now. If you're doing pools, it's like impossible because every team's more balanced, like you were mentioning on last podcast.
Yeah.
Everything's a lot more competitive. There's a lot more 3-3s, 4-3s. Not like people running away. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, definitely, guys. And we'll let you know if we're going to give you our pick'ems right now, but it's just keep in mind that there's been a lot of upsets, so it might be a little hard to pick it.
Yeah.
I feel like things go a little bit back to normal this week. There's no way there's 3 weeks in a row of that many upsets. So we'll kind of go through it and we'll see what we can find here. But just right off the hop, let's kind of jump into some of the pick'ems because I know we're a little bit late on the docket today. We got a 1 o'clock game. We got Carolina, Atlanta. Let's go through the pick'em and then let's go through the props for that. So pick'em wise, I'm actually gonna take Atlanta here, guys. I feel like they're gonna win this game.
Couple of garbage teams, but Carolina's undefeated since they traded away their whole franchise, so
yeah,
should be interesting. I'm going to counter you on that. I'm going to take Carolina in this one.
Nice pick.
I think when you only allow your quarterback to throw 13 passes, if your run game isn't going and Carolina has a stout run defense, this has to be the game that Mariota throws more than 13 passes. I don't care. Arthur Smith, he's hell-bent on not letting his quarterback throw. He wants to run it even when they're down by 3 touchdowns. He wants to run it 40 times a game. That only gets you so far, man.
Yeah, I mean, definitely...
I hate that guy.
Yeah, Arthur Smith's donkey as a coach. Okay, so we disagree on that one, so pick and choose your poison. One of us is going to be right, so that's kind of cool.
Yep.
I'm going to go with my props pick'ems, my props for this one. So I got DJ Moore over 60.5 receiving yards in the match.
So do I.
PJ Walker is an improvement over Baker Mayfield. You can quote me on that. So DJ Moore was useless, but he's such a talented receiver. He just needs a quarterback. Yeah, and also talking about needing a quarterback and a talented player. You guys know I love my Pitts, man. Kyle Pitts doubling up 30.5 and 35.5.
He's killing you, man.
He's killing me every single week, but there's no way he stays this bad for this long. In all honesty, this game, I wouldn't be betting much on it anyways. If I was to bet, this is the bets I'd be making. Donta Foreman over 67.5 rushing yards in the match.
No Hubbard.
He's just no Hubbard.
Yeah.
Donta's looking really strong. He's a very good running back, actually.
Yeah.
And then PJ Walker over 184.5 passing yards in the match. So my game script is a little bit more on the side of Carolina winning this game.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be slightly higher scoring in the sense that it's going to be like a 24-21 game, I can see.
Yeah.
And that's like over 40 points, guys. So, I think there's a low yardage totals that a lot of these players can hit over. They might not smash over, but I think all of those can hit over.
I love those picks, man.
Yeah.
Except for Kyle Pitts, because that guy is cancer.
Yeah, he's not doing well.
I like DJ Moore doubling up on his receptions and yards, 5.5 receptions and 60.5 receiving yards. I like your PJ Walker pick at 183.5. I'm looking at the pass completions. I might take Mariota over 13.5. I think he can do one more.
Good Lord. Talk about pain and suffering.
Yeah, I know, for real. Those are the only ones I like in this one, though. I think this is going to be a boring game. I don't want to spend too much time on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I even debated betting on that game at all. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's go to Chicago, Dallas, 1 p.m. game. Mm-hmm. I think Dallas takes this game. Mm-hmm. I'm not trusting any of the Fields in this game.
Yeah.
I just think Dallas is a strong defense.
Yep.
So what are your props picks for this one?
Well, Dallas already had a top 6 run defense, and then they just traded for Jonathan Hankins from the Raiders this week to bolster their front line there.
Yeah.
So it's no secret when you're playing the Bears, you shut down the run, right? And then they struggle. So I think Dallas is going to put a lot of emphasis into shutting down Chicago run game and forcing Fields to throw it. So I think Fields might have more success in the air today. He set at 162. Why is there no Dak Prescott passing yards? That's weird. That is weird.
There was.
Oh, there was?
Yeah.
Now there isn't?
Yeah.
So Ezekiel Elliott's out. It's a Pollard day. Pollard at 80 yards. I don't know if I can trust that.
80 yards rushing?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know if I can trust that. Montgomery at 48, not even 50 yards. That one's hard to trust too. I'm probably going to go Mooney. That's the only pick I like here. Chicago's got a strong secondary, too. They have a top 7 secondary. Man, this game is hard. If I were to make picks, guys, I would just be safe with Mooney at 3.5 receptions.
This guy's Mooneying
and
to the moon.
43.5. This is a tough game.
So I got some spicy picks for you guys on this game. Staying away from Justin Fields. I got Dak Prescott passing yards over 236.5, which is pretty low, I thought.
I don't think he's going to hit that.
I got doubling up on Lamb, 5.5 and 70.5, which is pretty risky.
Crazy boy.
Obviously, you wouldn't be putting a ton of money on this game if you were betting on it. I've got Tony Pollard, over 104.5, rushing and receiving.
Ooh.
I can easily see him going around 111 for this game. You know, they use him both as a pass catcher and a running back, and he's going to be a 3-down back this game. Mm-hmm. So I think that's pretty good.
That's actually a good pick. I didn't think about that.
Roquan Smith, I got him over
players.
9.5 tackles and assists in the match. This guy is
He's a beast.
Nasty.
He's a beast.
He's nasty, if not the best. One of the top 3 linebackers in all of the NFL, Roquan Smith. You gotta love him. Put him in this ticket. And then I got over 4.5 sacks in the match. I think that's extremely low for this game, guys. You got Justin Fields getting sacked 5 times low in the zone. You got Dak Prescott. You got some pass rushers. You got Roquan Smith. You've got Micah Parsons. You've got DeMarcus Lawrence. You've got so many really good players here. I think it easily you hit that one there for the sacks.
My God.
So I'm looking at those ones there. I spent a little bit more time on my picks today, guys, so I got some good picks for you guys. Hope you guys make some money.
That's great. This is why we're great partners in crime, because we bounce off each other.
Absolutely.
I didn't even think about the sacks or Roquan.
Yeah. Sometimes sometimes I copy Matt on his picks, and sometimes he can copy me on my picks.
Well, I'm gonna take the sacks. And what'd you get Roquan at?
9.5.
Okay, I'll take him at 9.5.
Yeah, take him at 9.5 for sure.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Now we're gonna go into the 1 p.m. We're gonna go Miami Detroit. This is supposed to be a high scoring game.
Oh.
I will take Detroit's notorious for making people sweat, and I'm a little bit concerned about Detroit upsetting Miami in this game. I'm not going to lie, just because they have their weapons back. They have Swift back. Goff is back. They have Amon St. Brown back. Miami, Tua hasn't looked the same since his concussion.
Yeah.
So I'm going to still go Miami just because I feel like they're going to try and get them defensively.
The over-under is 51.
I feel like this can be
It's going to hit that.
I feel like this can be a high-scoring game.
2 of the worst defenses. Well, Miami's not bad defense, but they don't have any secondary. They're all hurt right now.
Yeah.
And Detroit has the last ranked defense in the league, 31st.
Yeah, this is gonna be a high-scoring game, guys.
Yeah.
If it's not a high-scoring game, then it's a trap game, and that's the only other way to put it.
So who are you taking?
So yeah, I'm gonna go for my picks.
You had a bunch of Reds in when you predicted the last Detroit game. Monra only had only 1 catch for 7 yards. You were like doubling up on him, feeling good about it. I was like,
I'm doubling up on him again, guys. 5.5 and 63.5 against the Miami Dolphins. He might get Xavier Howard, but I like that.
Yeah.
I like doubling up on Tyreek Hill, 6.5 and 87.5. I think they kind of have to pass to St. Brown this game, so I think they're going to be a little creative on where they put him around the field, and they got enough weapons to, they're going to have to cover Swift, they're going to have to cover Swift on the flats, they're going to have to cover Hawkinson on the slant route. There's some good things that they're going to have to do there. Mm-hmm. I also like Raheem Mostert over 67.5 rushing yards. I think Miami's going to win this game. And I think if they do win this game, they're going to have to run out the clock on Detroit. So I think Mostert, even with a bum knee, barring injury, because that's the only thing that kind of scares me about that pick, is that he hits his 67.5. And then I like pass completions for Tua over 23.5 pass completions in the match.
I love that, man. I love those picks.
Yeah.
I need your opinion. Would you take DeAndre Swift's not even at 50 rushing yards, 48.5? Would you take his pure rushing, or would you take his rushing and receiving at 76.5?
If it's tough because you don't know how they're going to deploy him. Yeah. So I stayed away from him because you don't know how they're going to deploy him.
Yeah, no, that's a good
call,
guys.
Swift has always hit a big run every single game that he's played.
Yeah.
Every game he plays, so
he's
it's like
an ETN. He's a big burst guy.
So if you're gonna take him, you're gonna take the over, and you're probably your best bet to do is rushing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're gonna take Swift, if you're gonna go down that rabbit hole, I'll take Swift rushing.
Yep.
Just clocking into the game here, guys. Sutton's doing absolutely nothing. He's looking useless.
I hate betting on Denver. I'm never gonna bet on these guys again.
Etienne's just insane.
Yeah.
He has at 141.
Yeah.
And then really there's no one else of value except for Dulcich and Judy's doing really well. But yeah, guys.
14-10. I called that over under of 40. Woo!
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You did call that one, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's go back here to some of the games. 1 o'clock, we got Arizona, Minnesota. This is going to be an interesting game. So, we have, what do you got for pick'em wise, I'm going to go with, I think Minnesota.
This game could go either or. I'm going to go Minnesota as well at home, and they just came off the bye week. But last game these guys played against each other last year was an absolute barn burner. Do you know that Kirk Cousins hasn't thrown for more than 2 touchdowns this entire year?
So he's probably due for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jefferson's going to draw Byron Murphy Jr. I've been reading a lot that there was a list of all the number 1 wide receivers that have gone up against Arizona this season, like top-end talent, like Kupp, Metcalf, like some big boys, and they were all held to under 40 yards. And that scares me about Jefferson. I know that Jefferson's a generational talent. Every time I bet against him, he goes off. Every time I bet on him, he screws me. This is the one game I'm staying away from Jefferson.
Yeah.
I'm just scared about that. I like Thielen instead on his receiving yards. Or maybe receptions. 4.5 seems like a lot. Maybe his receiving yards at 52.5. No James Conner today. Might be looking at Eno Benjamin. His prop set at 49.5, so 50 rushing yards. His rushing and receiving is 73.5. I might take that instead. Eno, rushing and receiving. And Hopkins is back, and he's looking sharp, and I don't think anybody can stop this man. I don't know if I will double up because 75 is a lot, but 6.5, I like that pick all day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty interesting ticket. I think it's, for me, it's straight to the point. I'm betting on my stars this one. I'm doubling up on Jefferson, doubling up on Hopkins, and I'm adding in Dalvin Cook at 73.5.
Nice.
Staying away from the quarterbacks, but betting on the stars in that game, hoping that it becomes a high-scoring game. And if it's a high-scoring game, likely I might hit that one.
A great pick would be Irv Smith.
Yeah, that's a sneaky pick.
Arizona's ranked dead last against tight ends. They've been torched by every single tight end that they played against.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the next game. We got the Raiders and the Saints. I'm taking the Raiders in this game.
I am taking the Raiders in this one on the road.
And then for ticket-wise, I guess it's my turn to go.
Yep.
I got a spicy one for you guys. I'm gonna go over on the Josh Jacobs rushing yards. I know it's set super high.
The guy can't be stopped, man.
You know, but they're pounding him into the ground.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Devontae Adams double up at 83.5 plus 6.5 receptions. I know he's gonna get Lattimore.
No, Lattimore's injured, I think.
Oh, Lattimore's still out.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to double up on Chris Olave. I think that Andy Dalton is a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
I like reverting everyone back to Baker Mayfield or Justin Fields, even though they're irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go with a spicy Max Crosby sack.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah.
I like your picks on Jacobs and Adams. I like Andy Dalton pass attempts at 32.5.
Nice.
The guy last game threw it like 40 times, something like that.
Another touchdown. 17-14 Jacksonville.
Damn.
Huge. I have Etienne on one of my redraft seasons.
If Jacksonville wins this game, Broncos fire sale. I'm calling it right now.
I'm calling it right now. If Jacksonville wins this game, then Hackett's going to be fired.
Oh, 100%.
This week, Hackett's going to be fired.
It's crazy that people hyped up the Broncos to be this like Super Bowl contender.
I don't know where people were getting that from.
But to finish off, I'm going to go 2.5 field goals. The Raiders love Carlson kicking the ball. They trust it. They trust him to kick clutch field goals, and Lutz on the other side is just as good. So yeah, those would be my picks, guys, for that one.
Nice. That's not a bad pick at all, my friend.
Nope.
Let's go into the next one. So the next game we got here is New England Jets. Oof. New England fan, but this is gonna be boring as fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't bet on this one, guys, I wouldn't have bet on this one. But if I were to, I would say that I'm actually gonna say that New England wins this one.
They don't even have props for Zach Wilson because he's that bad.
Yeah. I would say New England wins this one, and then if I were to bet, I would say let's go Elijah Moore 33.5. Elijah Moore 3 receptions. Ramondre Stevenson at 64.5. I don't know. Field goals.
Yeah, field goals.
That's about it.
Field goals.
That's it.
If I were to there's nothing for the Jets players. There's no running back props. I would probably, if there was, I'd probably take Michael Carter over passing and receiving yards or passing and rushing yards.
Yeah.
And I would take Zach Wilson under passing yards.
Yeah.
That's a boring game though. Sorry, man. Tough game.
Then we got a really exciting game
for
the last 1 p.m. game of the day.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, Philadelphia.
I'd like to point out, I think people are sleeping on Pittsburgh.
Me too, man.
They're treating them like a dumpster fire, like they're this trash team. Yeah, they got blown out by Buffalo, but who doesn't get blown out by Buffalo?
Pittsburgh's 2-5, guys. Denver's 2-5. Jacksonville's 2-5.
Yeah.
Cleveland is 2-5.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking, San Francisco's 1 game away from 2-5.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay's 1 game away from 2-5.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of good teams that are close to this. Pittsburgh, they had the, they had the disability of having Trubisky for the first couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming back.
The disability, that's a good way to put it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Pittsburgh is well coached. Tomlin's a great coach, and he's like Belichick. He works with what he's got, and right now he doesn't have a whole lot. But they're competitive. I mean, they almost beat Miami, and Miami's a better team on paper than they are.
I love this game for betting because it's going to be a fun game to watch. So what do you got on this one?
Thank God that they finally brought down A.J. Brown by 1 catch. He's been at 5.5 this whole season, and he always either screws you, he never gets the 6.
Yeah.
But I'm staying away from any receiver on Pittsburgh, except for Freiermuth seems to be Pickett's main guy, or George Pickens, Deontay Johnson. I was screaming at the TV last week for him to make 2 catches in a whole quarter, and Pickett just doesn't look his way, and it's really frustrating if you're an owner, dynasty owner of Deontay,
Yeah.
because he's so talented.
I have him on the bench right now. Guys.
Yeah, see, like
So,
that just shows you.
Yeah.
It's a toss-up, guys, between A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. Whoever you think is your gut feeling, who you think's going to produce better. I think that Devonta Smith seems to be the safer pick right now at 4.5 and less receiving yards at 54.5. Maybe an interception for Pickett. He seems to be... I don't like Najee's rushing yards at 50 yards. Miles Sanders at 70 yards, I could hit that. And I like Jalen Hurts at 229.5.
Nice. Is that it for that one?
That's who I got, yeah.
So I got double up on AJ Brown.
Yeah.
I have Miles Sanders over 70. I have Jalen Hurts over 229 and his completions over 19.5. I have Pickett over 218.5, and you know, Eagles have a fantastic pass defense, but it's almost assuredly that Pittsburgh is going to be losing this game and playing from behind, and it's also assuredly that playing from behind, they're not going to bench Pickett. Who are they going to bench Pickett for? So if they can be down 20 points and they're still going to give this rookie an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to learn the game, which means he's probably staying on the field throwing the ball a ton of times.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, he might not... I didn't want to go past the completions or attempts because, you know, they might shut him down, you know, every 3 plays to fourth downs and punting it and field goals, but I think he might hit a bomb down the field, you know, 1 or 2 is necessary enough to get that small amount of yardage.
I agree completely.
So that's kind of where I'm looking at for that one there. Huge 50-yard pass, by the way, for KJ Hamler in the game.
Nothing to Sutton, though.
Okay, I know. Sutton just can't catch. I mean, that's probably going to ruin my entire ticket right there, guys. The Sutton Judy pick. You're kind of 50-50 with that, though, so that's my bad. I don't mind if I lose that one, I lose it. We have Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. I am going to go with the Houston Texans this game. Malik Willis is starting at quarterback for the Tennessee Titans, and they're going to try and ground and pound it. Houston actually has a great run defense.
Do they?
Also, they do.
Henry gashed them last year for like 150 yards.
So let's double check here on where their run defense
I'm
is.
not as safe on that one as you are.
So
I think Willis, with his mobility, he opens up more space for opportunities for Henry.
we can disagree to disagree.
No,
on that.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The over-under is 39.5, so they're not expecting a barn burner here, but...
So that doesn't make any sense.
Just like to point out for the Raiders, a key inactive, Darren Waller, is not playing this game, so Adams should hit, I think. I think he should feast. Officially active, Amon-Ra.
Okay, never mind, guys. I was literally... What's going on typically?
Typically!
No, Houston is garbage against the run, so apparently...
Yeah, see, I was questioning that.
So I'm definitely going to go Tennessee then. We get Malik Willis getting his first win.
Yeah.
I thought it was the opposite. I thought they were the best against the run because it said first when I was looking beside, but it meant first points given to the run. So they're literally the worst run defense. So Henry's gonna feast the shit on them.
Yeah. Maybe you're wrong because Tennessee's ranked number 1 against the run.
Okay, yeah, that's not gonna be good.
So, and I love Dameon Pierce. But that scares me. I mean, again, I hate doubting on this guy because he always balls out. But I don't know. I think he's gonna hit 70 in this one.
I'm still looking at my bets with these nightcap games. But if I'm looking at this game, what I'm looking at is
I like Davis Mills at 31.5 pass attempts. I like Davis Mills at 20.5 pass completions.
I like Henry over 103.
Yeah, me too.
I like Damian Pierce maybe over 15.5 receiving yards.
That one's risky, for sure.
But I'm not going to take that one. What I will do is I'll probably go Davis Mills over 228.5 passing yards.
Yeah.
And then I would probably take some receiving player, probably Robert Woods over 36.5.
You love torture, right?
Or Malik Willis over 43.5 rushing yards. I think I might take that too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I like field goals in this one too.
Yeah, of course. Fantastic pick.
Yeah.
What else we got going on? We got the Giants and the Seahawks. That is going to be nuts.
Who would have thought at the beginning of the season you'd be talking about a division leading Seahawks team against a 6-1 Giants team?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I am going to take
What's the over under on this one?
44 even.
Giants have a good actually both teams have a deceivingly decent defense.
Yeah.
I mean, the Seahawks, everyone thought the Chargers were going to light them up last week, and they didn't.
Yeah.
They actually played Herbert pretty well. Barkley's still hovering, even though he has over 85 yards the last couple games. He's still sitting around 85 yards.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Not much. Sorry, just got a message. Now, Denver just took over the lead here. You got the Giants and the Seahawks.
So I usually don't like to bet on two running backs, but I would bet on Kenneth Walker and Barkley in this one.
Kenneth Walker and Barkley. I'm always going on Kenneth Walker, guys.
Yeah.
Because I have him. But I agree with you. Kenneth Walker and Barkley is not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty good for that one there. And then what else am I going to do on that one?
Daniel Jones at 37.5 rushing yards isn't a bad one either.
No, and then, I'm looking at Noah Fant at 27.5 receiving yards.
Yeah.
I don't mind that at all either.
So no Metcalf, Lockett's a game time decision, so
yeah.
That one's going to be tough.
Who do we think wins that game? I think I'm going to take the Seahawks.
Seahawks at home.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Seahawks at home, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Wan'Dale Robinson.
This is a tough one, man.
Yeah, it is.
And Giants, Seahawks, tough. Fuck. No, either or. But I still think I'm going to take the Seahawks. Actually, no Metcalf?
No Metcalf. And Lockett's banged up.
Still Seahawks.
Yeah.
Still taking Seahawks. Okay.
Might not be a bad field goal game there, too.
Yeah. Then we got the Rams 49ers. What are we looking at there? I am going to take the...
Do you believe in the Shanahan is undefeated against McVay storyline?
Yeah, I'm going to take the 49ers, guys.
Woo! On the road? Yeah, McCaffrey now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the 49ers on the road.
Yeah.
What are you taking?
Yeah. Now they have McCaffrey? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also going for McCaffrey rush yards.
Okay.
But I will actually likely take his rushing and receiving.
Yeah.
And then I really like Cooper Kupp, double up.
What's his rushing and receiving at? 99.5?
Yeah.
I'd like to know these things so that when we do our charts, I can know what the numbers were.
99.5.
Yep.
I like Cooper Kupp, double up.
Double up.
I like
5 and 7. 7.5. Oh.
Matthew Stafford over 255.5.
Yeah.
I like that as well. And I also like some...
Oh, they finally have Aaron Donald props back.
I like Aaron Donald to get a sack Nick Bosa to get a sack this game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Donald at 3.5 tackles and assists isn't a bad one.
Yeah.
Fred Warner at 8.5 isn't a bad one either. He usually comes pretty close to that.
Denver just intercepted Trevor Lawrence. That might be the game, guys.
21-17. Wow, they got a touchdown out of that, eh?
No, they didn't get a touchdown. Denver came back and scored, and then, but yeah.
The Broncos fight another day.
Yeah.
All right.
What a fucked up game.
Yeah. For real, man. All right, 2 games left. What do we got there, bud? Commanders and Colts. Yikes.
So, Commanders and Colts, I will be going with...
So Matty Ryan is officially done.
He's being benched, right?
He's being benched for Eulinger.
I'm going to go with the Colts, guys.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to go with the Colts.
Now, are they giving any love to Johnny Taylor here? 73.5 rushing yards.
Yeah, I think he can. I think he can do that. Yeah. What else are we looking at?
I like Eulinger at 218.5.
Yep. Can't get much worse, right?
Yeah.
I like Pittman, maybe yards. Maybe double up on Pittman. Double up on Pittman, 4.5, 55 receiving yards. He's the best receiver.
I need one game to see how Eulinger, who he focuses towards.
It might be Pierce.
Because
right?
it could be Campbell, it could be Pierce. Pierce is more the deep threat guy. Campbell is the PPR guy. And if Campbell is competing with PPR dump passes with Pittman, I don't trust Pittman in that one. I like Scary Terry, though. Now that Heineke's taken over, he's back to just peppering Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
So I like Terry McLaurin in this one over any receivers on the Colts.
Yeah.
And I like Johnny Taylor, and I like Eulinger passing yards.
Yeah.
Do you like any of the defensive players in this one?
Defensive players?
Never mind, there is no defensive players.
Probably not. So yeah, guys, I'd probably take. I'm gonna take the Colts over the Commanders. I know Heineke's pretty good, but I think the Colts come away with this one, and I agree with those picks that you just made.
Cool.
Green Bay, Buffalo Bills. I'm taking the Bills.
Yep.
And I'm probably smashing.
A couple of years ago, this would have been a monster game, but I feel like this could be a blowout. Green Bay, they've got a lot of issues, man.
Now I'm probably, realistically, actually going to take Gabriel Davis this game.
Yep.
So probably go with Gabriel Davis. I'm definitely smashing some Josh Allen.
Yep.
And I'm probably going to also take a maybe pass attempts or actually no, I'll probably go maybe either rush yards for Aaron Dillon or pass attempts for Aaron Rodgers, something like that.
Right.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't want to bet on Singletary, but Green Bay gets gashed on the ground, man. But I just don't think 55.5 is not a lot, seeing how he's the bell cow. But I don't see the opportunity. When you only get like 10 opportunities a game to run the ball, if you don't have like a big run for 13 yards, you're not going to hit that prop. So I'm staying away from that. I love me some Diggs, man. But like, does he get Jair Alexander?
Yeah.
You know, does he get more focus on over the top?
It's pretty unstoppable, though.
Yeah, you know.
I might switch to Diggs in that game, guys. It's just so far away. I have to look at the odds as they change and see how the games are going today. Sometimes you get kind of like that feeling in the air that kind of goes on, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a peek at that one a little bit more. But that's kind of where I'm sitting for that one currently as it stands.
We'll post our picks for tonight's game later on. I'm going to go on Twitter in a couple minutes when we're done this, and I'm going to post our favorite picks, maybe 5 or 6 of them for the day.
Yeah.
And you guys can smash those, follow those. But like I said last week, over 60% win rate for both Safi and I. So if you guys want to make some money, it's tough times right now, guys. Everything's expensive. You want to make some easy money, bet on the sports scholars, guys.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I'm also going to just make my pick for tomorrow's pick'em, but I'm not going to do the props for it. But I'm going to take Cincinnati over Cleveland.
Yeah, with Jamar Chase out, I still think that they're a better team. Cincinnati's a better team.
Yeah.
And we would like to say that we're going to be figuring out to come out with a show during the week just to talk about hockey and basketball. Like we said at the beginning of this, we're going to put a lot of emphasis on football while it's in season, but like we will be talking about other sports. That we aren't just a one-dimensional, one-sport brand here. We talk about other sports, and we've been talking about other sports too, so it's kind of bothering me that we haven't been able just to shoot the shit, talk about some hockey and basketball, but we'll get there, and yeah.
we'll get it going, guys. But thanks for dropping in, and this is definitely, honestly, I think we've got some good picks here.
Yep.
So hopefully you guys win a ticket today. We'll be posting about it. And hopefully by tonight we get some updated on Twitter. We've been nailing it on Twitter, so just follow us there as well. 3
Thursday nights in a row, we've cleaned the slate, we've cleaned the board.
Typically, thanks for dropping by, and anyone else that dropped by. And that's a wrap. Another episode of Sports Talkers.
Love you guys, appreciate it.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. We got a good get some picks. This game's going down to the wire, so I'm gonna toss it on right now.